animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Gets fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll set up a throw. And a completion to Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age.
Ready? 56 at the mic. I got it.
They'll drop the throw. Completes it to Hearns. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
53, Mike, 53.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Buddy up. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Haskins apparently not liking something in this situation. He signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now Haskins on 1st down. Slings this deep from... It's caught at the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers. No accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. Eat.
third and goal. Haskins. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Undercut.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 77 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Adrian Peterson, 30, 10, 5, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
14-14.
Ready. 53 to Mike. Let's go, D.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
At the 22-yard line.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me and you like me. 55. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, check right. Watch it up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Back to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
That's a good chunk of yardage that's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Let's go now. 60 out long. Get that. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
They'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
At the 39-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Check. 53's mine. 53's mine. I'm trying to collect. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
2nd and 11. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check, check.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
First down, Redskins.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Redskin 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 55.
2nd down, Haskins. And this is Latimer, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Switch.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Get some penetration here. Mike 55.
Haskins will throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and minicamps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. AP still got it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have now moved out in front. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On the carry, Thompson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Down. Pittsburgh. Mike 58 right there. You.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Let's go. Henry. Mike's 56. What we got?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They run again with Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tighten up.
Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Sponge. No. 56. Mike.
They're going to look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins. 63 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Look, 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I got one. 45, Mike, 45.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third down, here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. They run, Peterson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 42-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Again, Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to the ground, Peterson. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, let's go. Check 3, check 3, check 3. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
45.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. He completes it to Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and
The
4.
Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Go 58's the money. Here we go. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 23. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They run with Breida. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it on the ground. Peterson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
So don't say nothing. Back two, the mic. Mic back two. Mic back two. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming out. Look, small. You can choose the mic. Watch mic. Watch mic.
Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 66 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 40. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. All day, dog. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Zoom, zoom. Let it go.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.